Hello party people, welcome back to the party. Can't sleep, AC's out, so I thought, why not relieve a little bit of stress by doing a reaction? So let's get into this one.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having an amazing day. I'm very excited to do a Q&A because if you follow me on Instagram, I know you have questions. So I did post, when I'm filming this right now, I posted this morning a picture of me and my new boyfriend. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you probably should because you would have seen it. And naturally, with that picture came so many questions from you guys, which I expected. So I thought I would go ahead and do a Q&A, talk about that, talk about the house, talk about so many things you guys asked me. So again, another reason to follow me on Instagram, I always post like on the stories where you can type in your question and I get my questions for these videos from there. I have so many questions, like literally.
I wonder whatever happened to her desktop. I know she's always on her laptop these days, but I wonder if she still has her desktop or if she broke it like she likes to break other technology.
The Q&A questions were like all the same. Spill the tea on the new bae. Tell me everything. Yes, so that I'm not gonna make you guys wait for it. Let's just do it now. I'll get into other questions later. So overall, everyone's like, spill the tea about bae. Where did you guys meet? How long have you been talking? So I'm thinking down the road, he and I are gonna maybe do like boyfriend tag or something so you guys can get to know him a little bit more, get to know our relationship. I was gonna say get to know me. You know me. But I'll give you guys like the overall tea today. Also, I'm a little bit sweaty because it's really hot right now in Massachusetts and I had to turn the air off so it's not loud while I film, but like
I wonder how hot it actually is this day, because like right now it's evening, so it's not super scorching, obviously, but tomorrow I don't know like how long it's going to take for the AC guy to come. Yeah, this whole week it's supposed to be hot, so really not looking forward to that at all. This is one of the things I hate about living in Florida. Like, if you don't have AC, you're gonna suffer.
Girl is dewy. It's not even dewy, it's sweaty. So we met on Bumble and a lot of people are asking when we started talking. Our first date was a couple months ago and we started seeing each other consistently, and actually last night we officially became a boyfriend and girlfriend.
I have to give her kudos because I could not for the life of me figure out Bumble. One of the biggest things was like it would allow you to make friends, and I was super stoked about that, but I could never get it, like I could never figure out how to use the app, I guess, properly, and then because of that I never checked it. So yeah, kudos to her on getting it to work. But also, you guys just became a couple last night and you're already posting about it on IG. I don't know, that seems a little soon.
We'd been exclusive for a few weeks, but we just put that official title on last night, and we're both really excited. Like, it was really cute afterwards. We just kept calling each other like boyfriend and girlfriend because we're really corny and I love it. Yeah, our first date was back in May and we had been talking for like a decent time before that because we both were so busy traveling, and we had kept trying to set up a date, but we were both either traveling or just something kept coming up. So we had been texting for like a long time before our first date, and I think we were both really comfortable with each other right away, and it was just like an instant chemistry, an instant vibe. Like, our first date went on for such a long time. We ended up going to a second location and just talking, and those are just like the best dates. Like, I don't know, we just clicked. Someone said, where did you meet bae? How did you know you were ready to jump into a relationship again? So again, we met online.
Why does she look like she's trying to invent a story so hard?
So he and I, it's kind of funny because I don't think we planned it, but we did take it kind of slow. Like I said, talked for a long time. We dated for a few months. We had the exclusive talk, then we put the title on it. And I think because it was just so effortless.
Is it effortless if you have to keep having these conversations about it? Because, I don't know, to me that seems like work.
It just felt right. Like, I think the ultimate thing with life is when it's right, you feel it. You feel it in your gut, you feel it in your heart. And I think we're both just really on the same page with it feeling really right. So the more we started to go out, we both were kind of just like, okay, we wanna do this. So he literally makes me giggle like a child. What are your friends and family's thoughts on your new boo? So they all have met him and they're all obsessed with him.
you guys just became a couple, but your friends and family have all met him already? Again, like, no. You're certainly... Listen, if we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, at a minimum, you're not meeting my family because you are not a person that I'm planning on keeping in my life. Does that make sense? Maybe if you're my boyfriend, like, you could meet my family, maybe. But we have to be going out for a while. Like, that's just not something I'm just gonna be like, oh, I've been going out with this person for like a week. You want to meet that? No. No. It needs to be a while. Like, the only exception is my current husband. I say that as if there's been another. He's my only husband. He met my extended family pretty quickly, but our relationship moved very quickly and we were already living together by that point, so it didn't seem like it was gonna... It didn't... Listen. I will say she is right about that. When you know, you know. And I mean, I didn't fully know until I was in it, and then when I was in it, I knew. So, you know.
He loves them too. So he did so well. He came to my housewarming party and met everyone and just, again, clicked. It just feels like everything has aligned with the two of us. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's supposed to be a thing. It just feels right. So he did really well. And it's such like a high pressure situation when you meet someone's friends and family for the first time. And he just like really clicked. My friends love him.
Yeah, that seems kind of overwhelming to meet all these people at one time. I don't know if I would have invited the guy that I'm like, okay, this is my thing, right? If I am seeing someone, I'm sleeping with them, they're not somebody I'm inviting to hang out with my friends and family. Like, just no. Even, like I said, even somebody who's just my boyfriend, unless we've been together for a while, no. No.
He's actually going to be meeting more of my family this upcoming week on my family vacation. He's going to come down for a day. So yeah, it's really exciting that he likes my people, and I can't wait to meet his people. They all absolutely adore him. How long did you keep Bae a secret from us? So like I said, we had been talking now for several months, but we just put the title on last night. So I didn't keep him a secret very long. I definitely like hinted here and there that I was talking to somebody though, so a lot of you guys caught on.
Yeah, she seems like the person that is so excited to like have somebody that they're talking to that they will tell literally everyone around them that will listen. I don't know, like, I don't like to compare myself to her a lot, and in this way we are not the same at all. I know I do talk a lot about my personal life and like my own things, and please let me know if it's ever too much, like if it's ever TMI for you guys. But I just like to let you guys know where I'm coming from. Since I was about 14 or 15, like I always dated people on and off. I had a few serious relationships. And then I think it was 2016, I had gotten out of a 5-year relationship, and it was the first time I had really been like single for like 10 years, because I was always like, I had a serious relationship and then I got out of it, and then I would end up with another person and be in a serious relationship. So I really just wanted to date for a while, and I did for like two years, like maybe a little bit over 2 years. And the amount of dates that I went on, the amount of people that I was talking to, like, I am somebody who gets bored very easily, and I get bored with people. And, like, if you can't interest me, I'm gonna move on to the next person. So, I don't know. Like, we had this running joke with my friends and stuff, like, that, you know, oh, who's the boyfriend this week, basically. But I've never been the type of person that needed to talk about my love life, like, constantly. Especially if I'm just talking to people, like, I don't care to let anybody know. If it gets a little bit more serious, then sure. I'll be like, oh, hey, yeah, you know, I'm talking to this person or whatever. Kind of like them. Might end up being somebody's girlfriend, I don't know. But Yeah, I'm not the type of person, but I'm also a very private person, to be quite honest. Like, for the most part, I'm a pretty private person.
But I really didn't want to like share that he was in my life until I knew we were committed to being in a relationship and giving this a full try. So I feel better now that he's, you know, we can post a picture or something we're doing together. So when it comes to sharing him on my channel and on my social media, we talked about that. That was a conversation we had. At least for right now, I think I'd like to keep our relationship a bit separate.
Gosh, this sounds oddly familiar. Almost like we've heard something very similar recently. Like maybe sometime last year in August. I wonder what that could be.
And really just enjoy it and be like normal and just, you know, it's nice that we can post a picture, but I don't plan on tagging him or revealing too much about him. I just really enjoy spending time that's quality and safe.
Yeah, I don't think this lasted very long, and that's why I say it's only a matter of time before we start to see Anderson. I don't think this whole keeping him off the internet thing is going to last very long.
And good. It just feels really normal, and I like that. So when it comes down the road, when it comes to like videos, he said he would be comfortable being in some videos. So when that time comes, you guys will obviously hopefully be here. And yeah, right now I just want to really enjoy this special thing that we got going on in our own little happy bubble. So we might come across more questions, so stay tuned, but there's a lot of other really juicy questions here as well. So next we have, how do you afford a house doing YouTube? So I've been doing YouTube for quite a while now, over 5 years. Started as a hobby, and somehow I was blessed enough for it to turn into a job. Like literally, I'm so lucky. I have no idea how I got so lucky.
I think a lot of us feel the same way. We really don't understand how you got to where you are. I mean, even though we were all watching you, after a certain time, I feel like the novelty kind of wore off, and a lot of people fell off of watching you, and then you started lying about things, and then it became really hard to watch you and not be upset with you, and so a lot of people stopped watching you then. But I mean, it's no, you know, she's right. She's very lucky. I would use the word lucky. She was in the right place at the right time and doing the right thing, and that's really all it is.
But when you start out doing YouTube and it's just for fun, like I wasn't making money on YouTube for years, but honestly other YouTubers have talked about it too. You make, the more of a following you grow, the more you can make through your views, the more you can make through a sponsorship. So it really just depends on that. So the more time that passed and the more our fearless tribe grew, this was a goal I was working on for a really long time. Like I knew I wanted to buy a house. I didn't know if I was going to be by myself or with a partner, but I really wanted to just do this for me. And to be able to do it was such an honor, like to myself. Like I'm just so proud of myself, not to sound corny, but this house just feels so right, and it just has really good energy in it.
Listen, purchasing a home is something to be extremely proud of. Now, I'm the type of person that until I actually own it, I'm not going to be like super relaxed or at ease or happy with it, because technically, you know, if you go in and you get a loan, the bank owns your home. You don't own it, you just pay the mortgage. And until it's paid off, there's always going to be that looming over you that you don't actually own your home. That's the way I feel about it. I know not everybody else feels that way about it, but that's just me. I'm the type of person that I need to own my things outright, or I don't feel good about it. You know, I just always have that stress in the back of my mind. So, but still, being able to purchase a home, being able to get a loan, all of that, it's no small feat, and you should feel proud about it. You should feel like that is a major accomplishment for you.
I don't know, like, I'm just really grateful that I could do it, especially by myself. Like, I know I'm really, really blessed. I've been saving up for it for a really long time, and just, I guess, I don't know, that's all. Any tips for letting go of negative people in your life? You seem so strong and have grown so much. Thank you so much. That means a lot, because I really have put a lot of effort in my soul to getting tougher, to getting a thicker skin.
And yet you still feel the need to clap back at not only people, just random people on the internet, but your own supporters. But tell me again how thick your skin is.
To being more positive, and I really do think letting go of negative people in your life is so crucial for a happy, good life in every aspect. Like the people you surround yourself with, if they're negative and have a lot of negative energy, it really does get inside of you. And although it's really hard to let go of negative people, because you can love a negative person even though they shouldn't be in your life, and I think to let go maybe take small steps, slowly distance yourself from somebody. If you need it to be more quickly because it's really toxic, just I would be honest and direct. I think no matter who you are letting go of in whatever circumstance, I think ghosting really sucks. Like if you were going to let go of a relationship, I would just be straightforward with them and be like,
it's really interesting for her to be giving this advice, because while this is sound and solid advice, you should be direct and forthright with someone, especially if, you want the relationship to be over. She has said many, many times that she's not a confrontational person. She doesn't like confrontation. It makes her uneasy. She just kind of hopes that problems go away so she doesn't have to deal with them. That's how she deals with problems. So it's interesting to hear her give this advice because that means she knows this is how you're supposed to deal with problems.
I love you, but the relationship is toxic for this reason, this reason, this reason. I just need space. Like, just be honest. I think communication is key, but you have to have enough acknowledgement and self-awareness for you to let go of something negative if it's taking over your life.
Sounds like some advice she should be taking herself, actually.
So those are probably the only tips I'd have. It's hard, but you can do it day by day. Time heals all. It's so corny, but it's true. Like this last year was so hard, and time heals all. Do you have any meet and greets planned? I live in Mass and I can't wait for the day I run into you. Yes. So I talked about it in my last vlog and I put it on my Instagram. There is a meet and greet on August 10th in Northborough, Massachusetts. I'll put the Instagram link below with all the information, so please come. What do you do if you're in a situation and you feel a panic attack coming on or becoming anxious? I hate that feeling. I know that feeling all too well. So immediately when I feel that coming on, what works for me is just focusing on my breathing. That didn't used to help me, but now it does. So try to if a method didn't work for you before, sometimes it might work later. Breathing used to not really help me that much. Usually I'll count in my breaths and then take a longer exhale. I'll also do something to distract myself and distract my mind, because with me, I don't know if it's like that for you, but when I start to feel that anxiety coming on, it kind of manifests bigger and bigger because you're focusing on it. So if you can distract yourself by putting on a show that will distract your mind, that always makes you laugh.
Yeah, so I get super bad anxiety, and I don't medicate it. One, we can't really afford for me to go to the doctor, let's be honest. I can't afford a fucking laptop, so going to the doctor is just not something that's on the to-do list. But even when I was medicated before, the medication I have to take, I can't take it now because I need to be able to function for my kid. And to me, that's more important than, possibly being uncomfortable. And I mean, it's more than uncomfortable, but suffice it to say, I prioritize my child and being able to take care of my child over, me having a panic attack or anxiety or whatever, because the panic attack eventually will pass. If I take some medication for it, unfortunately, I'm done for the day because of the kind of medication that I have to take. So for me, I do the square breathing where you do 4 in, hold for 4, 4 out, hold for 4. I also do 4 in, hold for 4, 6 out, hold for 6. Sometimes that works better for me. And then I am a big fan of distraction as well, because I find that if I can just distract myself while it's happening, it will pass quicker, because like she said, it does have a tendency to get worse when you focus on it. So if I can stop focusing on it, if the breathing is not working, because sometimes if I focus on my breathing, it just gets worse. I will play a game, playing a game, a mindless game, like Animal Crossing or Mario Kart, something like that. I also really enjoyed playing the Harry Potter game. I forget what that one is called. Those are games that it just kind of helps to distract you and get your mind off of it. I also like watching funny reels or looking at, memes online. Those also help me. Or doing things like, it's not a word search, it's like a code breaker game where you have to fill in different letters to make the phrase or whatever. That's also great. I love that when I'm having anxiety. And stuff like 2 dots or 1010, great for anxiety. Like just something that you can do to take your mind off of what's happening for the time being and just get through it, because it will pass. It will be okay. It's only temporary. And yeah, that's my advice, my unsolicited non-medical professional advice.
Or takes you to like another world. I also love taking walks when I feel an anxiety attack coming on, because the walking actually like regulates your breathing by like you focus more on your breathing when you're walking, and the fresh air, the endorphins. That's typically what I do. How do you handle the criticism online? This has been something that's been really, really hard. It's taken me a long time to get used to it. You don't ever get used to it. Like, let's just be honest. You don't ever get used to being like constantly criticized for every little thing that you do.
No, I'm pretty sure this is before she has the tummy tuck. So I know she got criticized for like doing the filters. Again, I was already not in the same realm as her at this time. This is 2019, so I was heavily like living my own life. I don't even think I was watching any beauty gurus at this time. I was like almost completely off of YouTube. So I really wasn't keeping up with any of this stuff, but I'm pretty sure this is before her tummy tuck, but after like her doing all the photoshopping stuff, which I mean, I get it. But aside from that, I'm not sure why she would have been so heavily criticized. I think she kind of always has been, though. And, like, the lying and stuff just made everything worse. Which, again, it's like, if you knew you were getting all of this backlash and this criticism and stuff, why would you hide something? Why would you give people more ammo to criticize you?
All you can do is learn to let it go and not... If I let it get to my soul every day, like, I can honestly say I don't think I'd be able to do this anymore.
Yeah, but you do let it get to you, and we see it. We see it in the way you react, because you make little comments, little passive aggressive or sometimes nasty aggressive, as I like to call it, comments. Whether that's online on YouTube here with your like judgy, we hold him, okay, we hold him. It's those kinds of things. And those are just two examples that immediately pop in my head. Also, online on your Instagram, asking people, why they're commenting and not following you. Or, the little rant that started my whole channel off. These are not isolated incidents. It's not like this only happens, once every 10 years, which even then would be too much. But this happens like every couple of months, and sometimes it goes on for a really long time. So it does get to you. It gets under your skin and it irritates you, and we can see it.
I think until maybe last year, maybe the year before-ish, maybe a year and a half ago, like it would get to me so badly, I would just have like full breakdowns, like full panic attacks, full breakdowns. I'll never forget the first day I saw something really bad, and like I freaked out so bad I was just sobbing and hyperventilating, and I called my mom, and I just like it does get to you. But in time I've learned that you can't control what other people think about you. All you can do is focus on yourself.
That is absolutely correct. You cannot control what other people do, nor should you want to. And quite frankly, what other people think of you is none of your business. Even me sitting here saying that and saying the things that I say about you. If you want to have a conversation with me, Alex, by all means, I would love to have a conversation with you, because as someone who's just slightly older than you and ahead of you in life in most things, I have a lot that you can glean from, a lot that you need to do and learn. And I would love to have a conversation with you that doesn't involve me telling you what I think about you, but more so, giving you some serious advice. But yeah, you shouldn't care what other people think about you. And your problem is that you do. You care so deeply, so much, and you just want people to like you so badly. You want everyone to look up to you like you're this, this popular big sister, and that's just not the role that you have played in life. And it's so funny because you really are you're not even the comic relief at this point, like the funny fat sidekick. You're not even that. You're the fat girl that everybody's just kind of like, oh, don't go by her. She smells. She doesn't take a bath regularly, and she's not very smart, and she's failing her classes, and she doesn't change her clothes. And, it's giving very much that. Like, people don't even really pick on you. I'm saying this in like a high school scenario. People don't even really pick on you because you're gross. And you're not going to change, I guess. I really don't know. I was never a bully growing up in high school or in school at all. I was bullied for a little bit when I was a kid. And then when I got to like middle and high school, that stopped. And yeah, I was never the type of person who felt the need to bully other people. I, as a matter of fact, always try to like extend friendship to people that I saw that were left out and excluded, and maybe just didn't fit in, because I've never been the type of person that really fits in. And not for nothing, I really don't care. Sorry. Like, my whole life I've never fit in, because I never fit in with either side of my family, because I'm multiracial, so I don't look like my family. I don't look like other people. I damn sure didn't grow up with anybody looking like me. So I was always the odd man out. And that's how I made my friends. It sucked at first, right? Because it's hard as a kid to understand what's happening. And you want to fit in so badly. That's the nature of being a kid. But then as you get older and you get a little bit more agency of yourself and you figure out who the hell you are, I wouldn't want to fit in. I don't care to fit in. I don't care to be one of the crowd. I don't care to follow a trend. Like, if I see something and I like it and it's popular, I still might not even partake in it. But sometimes if I see something I like and it's popular, I'll just be like, okay, well, let me just see what it's about. But yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care for other people's approval. I don't care for fitting in. I don't dress a certain way to garner attention or, whatever. It's like, I want to feel good about me and know that I'm a good person at the end of the day. That's what matters to me. It matters that my husband cares for me and feels that I care for him, that my daughter is loved. Those are the things that matter to me. And seeing how you, Alex, also have a husband and have a child, I would think those would be the most important things for you, instead of wanting so desperately to fit in.
And the good things and the positivity, because if you drown in that negativity, like, what's the point? What's the point of anything? So you just have to breathe it in, let it go, and move on. Is there anything you wish you knew before you bought your first house? No, I don't think so. Like, nothing's really come to mind. I don't think you're ever fully aware of how expensive it is. Like, I knew it was gonna be a lot for this and this and this and this, but like, it's all at once. Like, I tried to save up as much as I possibly could because I knew there was gonna be so much, but it was so much more than I thought. Like, I like just totally depleted my savings account for this because there's just been like so much between a fence, like lawn care, and then getting a washer and dryer. Like it's a lot of little things that are actually like kind of big things, and they all come at once. So I think if you're like looking to buy a house, just make sure you know everything that's going to happen after you move in that you need to do kind of right away. Because there's so much that goes into like closing costs and like the whole process is expensive anyway, but make sure you also have like a separate chunk aside for those little things that you might need when you move in. You might not have a refrigerator or a washing and drying machine, like you might not have a lawnmower, like there's like a lot of little things. I was definitely prepared, but it was definitely even more than I was prepared for. Do you believe in God? I do believe in God. Would you ever move to LA? I think about this a lot. And I couldn't move to LA full time. I can tell you that, like right now. I'm way too obsessed with my family and friends. Like I need my support system. They are my life. And now you girls got a little boo over here. So I think down the road I could definitely be bi-coastal. I would love to even just have like property over there and just go for like a month in the winter or whenever I need to go for work, like, you know, and maybe have it as investment property and rent it out. Like I have a lot of goals when it comes to like real estate. That's something that I want to focus on. Like I just want to entrepreneur it up.
And yet none of that happened. You know, it's funny because actually what she should have done is paid off this house I think she did get a loan, didn't she? And then she could have bought her new house and then just rented this out. Like that's how you do it, right? You just rent out this house and then you always have income that way in case YouTube ever fails or anything like that, you know, or you just don't want to do YouTube anymore. You have a monthly check coming in. I'm just saying, you could have done that.
Have lots of real estate down the road, something for when I'm older, when I'm like retired. So I'm just trying to like set up for my future right now. But I think I would like to have property in LA down the road or something in California. I love California. Top 5 skincare products at the moment.
Okay, this part I am going to cut out because it's not going to be relevant anymore, I don't think, anyway. And also, who cares, honestly?
Are you genuinely happy? I can honestly say I am the happiest I've ever been in my life.
Somehow I feel like this was a dig at Alan. That's just my hunch.
Does Bay like The Office? So funny, he had never seen The Office. But I kind of love it because like now we have something to watch and I'm starting him at the very beginning. And I'm like, okay, push through season 1. Season 1 is not the best. You can't appreciate season 1 until you've watched all of the seasons, you know? Like, so we're watching that and he actually really likes it. So I kind of love that he hasn't seen it because it's a thing we can experience together now. How do you feel about dating apps, especially in the new 2019 dating culture crap? So honestly, like I had been on dating apps and then I met him and I hadn't had like a ton of luck. I felt like a lot of people were just looking to hook up or not for anything serious. I'd been out with a few other people before I met him and clearly nothing had happened or evolved into a relationship, just like a few dates here and there. But I think, I feel like it's like, I know this sounds kind of bad, it's probably 50% like good, depending on what you're looking for.
I will say I don't know what the dating scene is like now or even here in 2019 because I had already been off the market for like at least, well, by this point, almost 6 months. Actually, it was about 9 months. But yeah, so I had been long out of the game at this point. And I will say that when I was on dating apps previously, like before I met my husband, it was a lot of crap. It was a lot of time wasters, and I mean, maybe I wasted some people's time too. I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, okay? Like I said, I get bored. And I used to get bored all the time. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are just looking to hook up. A lot of people who are just looking for a quick time. A lot of people who will tell you one thing and then that's actually not what they're, interested in. And it is what it is. You just gotta take it and roll with the punches and get through what you can get through.
I do feel like, even though, trust me, I know, sometimes it can feel very hopeless on the dating apps. And like, the messages are crazy and you're gonna get a lot of weird stuff, but I feel like it's worth kind of digging through or reading through, because there are some really quality people on them. I mean, you're on them if you're wondering about that, and you're pretty dope. So there's also some good people on it, and I got a little bit of faith restored when I met my guy. So I think it's worth sorting through, but it is a tiring process. Like, dating the last like 6 months, like I can't believe I've been single for like a year. Like, dating it's tiring.
Really? You can't believe you'd been single for a year? Why can't you believe that? I can believe that. I'm a stranger. Like, I could believe that. Yeah, I just, that threw me off. I completely forgot what I was gonna say, because that really just threw me off. Like, really? You can't, why can't you believe it? I think everybody else could believe it. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I wonder if already, like at this point, or even when they first started talking, if she had already planned to marry him. I'm very curious when she figured that out in her little brain.
Like, it feels like a full-time job to constantly be making connections, keeping the connections alive, and just, it's so much effort, and a lot of the time that effort is going in just to be let down by someone and like to either be ghosted or told that they just want to hook up or yada yada yada. Like, but I do think it can be worth it when you meet the right person. So I don't think they're all bad on dating apps, but dating culture on apps sucks. So good luck. You got this. I believe in you. The rest of the questions are literally repeats about spilling the tea on the new bae. That's all I have for you for now. But of course there will be more down the road, hopefully. Thank you guys so much for watching this Q&A. Again, make sure you follow me on Instagram so you don't miss the next one. And thank you guys so much for all the positivity and love on that Instagram. It means a lot. Like, I'm just really happy, and I appreciate all the love. So I will see you guys in my next video. Have an amazing day.
Alright guys, so what do we think about this one? I feel like there wasn't too much juicy tidbits happening here, but hey, what can we do? But yeah, so that's all I've got for you guys today. I am so thrilled to see you guys enjoying the Sunday upload. Yeah, that was a time. I was so irritated in that video, like, and it didn't have anything to do with anything outside of her in that video. You know, sometimes I am having like kind of a rough day or whatever, so I feel like I'm a little bit harder on her, but that was not the case today. Like I said, my AC's out, but it didn't go out until this evening. And I woke up great, had a great day. Just watching that video of her really irritated me. Like, just some of the stuff that she says is absolutely wild and ridiculous, as somebody who has never in her life been able to lose and maintain weight loss. It's just very wild to me. And yeah, for so many reasons that I went into the actual upload, but I will not keep you guys here any longer. I just want to say thank you guys so much. Thank you to all the new subscribers, as well as those that have been riding with me from the beginning. I see you. I love you guys. You know, I appreciate you hanging with me, watching my uploads, listening to my stupid commentary, you know, talking with me in the comments, liking and subscribing, and just hanging around. You know, I'm so grateful, and just every day I am overwhelmed and in awe of this little community that we have now, and for being a part of the even bigger community of the reaction channels. And it's just really, it's a lot, you know, in a very good way, Like, I'm extremely grateful, and just, I am really enjoying being here with you guys. So thank you so much, as always, for watching, and I will see you guys in the next reaction, coming very, very soon.